Boom. What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to JustJuice Podcast. This is episode 5. We're going to go straight into this one. Firstly, I'm going to introduce everyone first. Right opposite me, we got the return of Random. Random, say wagwan.
Wagwan, what you saying?
What you saying, man? You tell me, what you saying, bro?
That's it, man. All good.
You're back on, bro. Back on with your hand gesture.
It's been a hot second.
Explain what this is, bro.
That?
Yeah.
This is a... I need to Google it, bro, to remember.
It's a position of power.
It's like, position of power. It's like different hand gestures, yeah.
They promote different feelings and powers and vibrations.
Nice, man, nice. If you lot can hear already, Kim's back.
Well, go on.
Back from the last, from episode 3, actually.
Yeah, she's back.
We had to bring her back, man. She had a positive impact on the other one. Next, we got return of another guest for episode 2, Kiran.
Hey.
Hey.
I don't know what else to say.
Plug yourself, man. Like, talk about yourself, what you do.
I sell drugs on the part-time, so if anyone wants their supply, you know where to hit me up.
I love that.
You got 3 5s?
Don't know what 3 5s is.
Bro. What kind of drug dealer are you, man? Listen, let's go straight into it. Kim, you got a question for us here.
Well, first of all, we're talking about self-care. Yeah, the topic today is self-care and everything around self-care. So I have a question for you guys, which is, do you guys have an emotional toolkit?
I don't know what a toolkit is.
Yeah.
You might have to elaborate a bit on what a toolkit is.
Like, basically, how I remembered it when I was a kid visually is like, you have like how any plumber or electrician or whatever would have a toolkit. They obviously need these tools in order to complete their tasks, right? An emotional toolkit is like a set of like protocols or practices or like understandings that you have when you're like emotionally dysregulated. Do you have something that you can look at and be like, right, I've learned this thing for this situation, I've learned this thing for that situation and this thing for this situation. I can take bits of these and aid me in whatever situation I'm dealing with now.
Do you mean like lessons?
Lessons, but also like, say if you've been to therapy, for example, there are exercises you can do that becomes part of your emotional toolkit. If you're like, say, in a really panicked state, like what do you refer to for you to calm down?
I think I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Like
using past situations and what kind of tools you can create from that to help you benefit you in the future.
Yeah. Yeah. It's literally for example, if I get really high anxiety, one really important thing that I have in my emotional toolkit is the ability to reset my state. And that's just by deep breathing. And
that's what I was going to say, man.
Yeah, it's so, honestly, it's so good. Like you take 3 deep breaths into your nose and double count out of your mouth. And it literally changes your whole physiology. It gets your whole nervous system to calm down. And you get out of that perpetuating state of like, I'm thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And then all of a sudden you can't breathe. If you just start breathing intentionally, consciously, it wipes where your thought process is in that moment.
You got control over your mind.
Yeah.
Your mind's powerful, and like when your mind hits you like that, you need to know how to be able to stable yourself.
Yeah.
Like you need to know how to be able to get your energy levels from up here back to where you're balanced.
Yeah.
But that's where the meditation comes through. It keeps you balanced, it keeps you mellow.
Yeah. And it keeps you regulated. So like that's one of the toolkits that I have in like my toolkit. So do you guys, understanding that concept now, do you feel like you guys have an emotional toolkit?
I think I definitely do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of something you pick up like subconsciously without realizing. I think for me, I realized you do something for your mind, something for your body, something for your soul. And as long as you got all 3 in check, it kind of helped keep you doing what you got to do, if that makes sense.
Yeah. What's your mind, body, soul practice?
So like mind is something, something that challenges you, whether that's like having goals, progressing towards something. And then something for your soul is whether like meditation, prayers, anything that you feel peace in. And then something for your body is, doing some sort of fitness, whether that's walk, jogs, gym, or anything that you find fitness in. The other thing that I like to add to that list as well is water. I don't just mean drinking water, but I also mean like
being by water.
Being by water. It has so many healing properties. Water does.
Do you actually know how relaxing it is? If you
the sound of it is so calming. Yeah,
so
it's
calming.
The sound of raindrops. Like stick your head out the window and just hear it.
I'm really lucky. Like the house that I'm moving to now has a conservatory, so there's like one room, but it's like when it rains, you can just hear the rain.
It just knocks it just like you know what I mean?
Do that again. No, do it one more time.
I've never heard rain sound like that.
Do that one more time.
No.
Well, you guys,
Nah, for me, like if I'm feeling like some sort of negative energy or something like that, energy is basically whether you're feeling sad, happy or whatever, it's just energy, yeah. And energy needs to be converted in a certain way, innit? So like you got to use that energy for something, and whether it's like I take it out with aggression in it. So like I'll just become an animal at the gym. I'll do my like kickboxing training or something, or then like if I'm feeling like anxious, and I'll use that energy to like read and work on myself even more, and then like I'll channel that with more gym stuff like that, and then like obviously like when I want to relax later on, like I'll just jump on Call of Duty with him.
I find it so funny that you guys find Call of Duty soothing, because it's literally like it's like graphic images literally in front of you. You're like, yeah, it's so calm. I love it. People are dying in front of me right now.
It's a distraction. That's what it is.
It's not a distraction. It's not a distraction. Gaming is not a distraction for me. Actually, it's actually such a big part of my downtime, because I actually like, especially like when I play certain games, like it makes you think as well. Like, because when you got to do certain things in the actual game, it makes you think. It makes you like be strategic. I can't say that fucking
strategic.
That's the one. I couldn't get the G out. It makes you think like that, but it makes you like, it just makes you. For me, I've learned a lot from it.
Me and you will always be fucking nerds, bro. Like it doesn't matter. Like,
facts, bro. I'm gonna be holding a controller in my hand to the day I can't hold it no more.
Bro, you know what? In school, yeah, when we grew up, bro, we used to buy our games, yeah. Like I used to skip lunch and save my pound coins until I got like I'll skip 20 days. I'll skip 20 days of lunch, yeah, at school, and I have like a handful of pound coins, £20 worth, and I'll go to
that's how cheap games used to be.
And then when we used to buy games, we used to open the plastic.
Woolworths, remember Woolworths? We used to go Woolworths.
Smell it.
Do you remember we used to go Woolworths after school? We used to go Woolworths.
We used to hide all the Call of Duties behind the cards.
We used to go Woolworths, yeah, and just we used to be like, you know, like in the 50 Cent video, window shopper, when you just like looking at shoes outside. Yeah. That was us. We were just staring at games and that. And what we used to do, yeah, because we couldn't buy the game, we would hide them behind like loads of other games so no one else can buy them. We should just hide them all so no one else can get them.
You used to come my yard because you were like literally like
right opposite.
So you used to come my yard and you used to knock and be like, yeah, do you want to go game? We just walk up to game.
We used to walk to game, like a half an hour walk just to go look at games. Just to go look at them. And be
so
like,
games are part of your emotional
literally,
always,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who we are. We'll always be nerds.
Always.
Like,
listen, I'll 1v1 you on Rust intervention.
Like I would say, yeah. That is, what is it called?
You know what I'm talking about.
Emotional toolkit, yeah.
Yeah, that's like
if you not got beef, yeah, Rust is the place. It's the place to set.
That's like another emotional toolkit. You know why? Because the virtual world, I feel, is more real than the real world. See that?
No, this is like so meta. I can't.
Now we're going into a mad con.
I would rather escape the Matrix with the fake ass world and virtual world.
No, but that is part of the Matrix.
The virtual world is more real than the real world.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't see people I don't see people
reloading their lives when they die.
It could be, it could be like, in a way they do.
Do they?
Well, I believe in reincarnation.
No, but like that's like a long yearly process. This is if you die in a game,
you die and respawn.
Go again.
In the game, you die and respawn
again.
Like
you literally die and respawn. You come back.
Yeah, but that's straight away.
And then you go again. It's the same thing with reincarnation.
What about the game do you find or gaming in general, do you find so calming?
I don't know.
It's like a hobby, innit? Like you enjoy doing a hobby. It's a hobby.
It's not even that, bruv. It's like, you know, like when you just, like this world's shit, innit? Like, I'm just going to put it out there, bro. This world's shit. And you just want to escape in it and just get lost into this, like, it's like, all right, cool. I say safe. You know, like when people,
like a fantasy
when people watch movies, and they try and imagine their life being like that movie, even though it's fake. But gaming is like 10 times better than movies in that sense. In that sense, you just look at it and you're like, I wish this was like this. Do you know what I mean?
So you play Call of Duty and you're like, yeah, I wish this was like this.
It's not just Call of Duty. I like my story mode games. Like I can sit there and like literally just follow the story and get drawn into story.
Can I say something?
So you're there like playing The Last of Us and
I can sit there on my own.
Can I say something? Some game stories are better than films.
100%.
Like Last of Us, for example. Last
of Us is so
They made a TV series. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh my God,
watch it. That's
you need to watch that shit.
The TV series is good, but they didn't do the game justice. The game's just
but the game, obviously the game is going to be the game.
They changed some shit in the
story. You need to watch it, man.
The game's 10/10.
Is sick.
The game is 10/10.
You can literally go on YouTube and type in The Last of Us full game, and it will be someone playing the game, but it will be a movie. Like you won't see like the person playing or nothing like that. But it will play to you as a movie.
It's like it's about this girl who's obviously immune to the disease
Zombie
or whatever.
disease.
The zombie disease.
So she bumps. So basically, there's this guy. The main character is named Joel. Yeah. So his daughter dies.
Don't tell her that.
His daughter dies.
You just spoiled it.
It doesn't matter. She ain't gonna watch it anyway. She's gonna say yeah, but she ain't gonna watch it. See, she won't watch it, bro.
She might do. You never
won't
know.
watch it. Anyway, his daughter dies, and then 20 years later, he's just obviously changed his whole personality. He hates life now. Blah blah. He bumps into this girl, and they have to take her somewhere because they're gonna try and cure the disease with her blood or whatever. And he hates her at first, but then they lose all their partners to everyone dies and stuff, and then it just ends up with them two. And then he creates a bond with her, like he found his daughter again, because his daughter is exactly like.
That's deep.
Yeah, his daughter is exactly.
This is a game, by the way.
Exactly like his
Wow.
own. Yeah, it's a game.
That's what I'm saying. Game story.
Bro,
You just ruined it for me because you
hard.
said she dies in the end, but I haven't played the game. I watched the
Ellie, not Ellie.
Ellie don't die. Ellie don't
Talking
die.
about her daughter. The guy's daughter.
Oh, okay.
She dies in the first
Oh,
episode.
yeah. See,
Bro, that was
She's gone.
emotional.
She did that.
That was emotional, innit, when you watch that.
Yeah, I
you
can't
think
lie.
that bit was emotional? I thought the bit that was emotional was when, when they had those two, the deaf brother. There were two brothers, and the younger one, he was deaf.
Yeah.
And then like
Franklin and
I can't remember the names.
the other guy.
That's not in the game, though.
That bit's not
It is in the game.
Not the
It
deaf
is in the
bro.
game.
Oh,
The
yeah.
deaf kid.
Yeah.
And then, like-
I remember.
He wasn't deaf in the game.
Yeah, you're Sam.
bit.
You're talking about Sam.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna get cancelled if I say that.
Yeah.
There's one episode in Last of Us 2 that in Last of Us the series I don't rate it. The second episode, it shouldn't have happened. It had nothing to do with what happened in the game. And
Bro, in the game,
I had
it's
to turn that
completely
shit off
different.
because I was uncomfortable with what I was seeing.
100%.
Oh.
You know exactly, bro. I was so uncomfortable watching that. Like I was like, yo, this has got nothing to do with.
That's what I mean. Difference between gaming and TV. TV's.
Yeah, but
I
the
don't
thing
watch
is,
TV, bro.
Anyway, self-improvement.
sorry, self-control. We just like
Self-care.
Can I ask
Self-care.
Oh, I have another question though. This is just for the boys though, because
Okay.
I'm just like, I would love to understand their perspective.
The men.
Sorry, the men.
men.
Sorry. So like, there's this whole debate about like current therapy and how it's actually catered towards women. You know how like the workplace was catered towards men. Therapy is catered towards women in the sense that females kind of need more of a deeper interaction with their issues. Like they need to talk things out and process things and have someone relate, validate and reassure.
a bit more nurturing.
Because that's just the way it works for women. But then there's this whole debate about how modern therapy doesn't actually have a process for men that allows them to feel supported, in the sense that a lot of men get out of shit positions and get out of shit state of minds when they have some sort of movement or they have some sort of purpose. And modern therapy doesn't actually allow you to do that, or it doesn't give you, unless you're getting coaching, for example, it doesn't give you the tools that you need to physically move to progress out of where you are and give you purpose. So I just wanted to know, like, what is your take on modern therapy for men?
So basically, let me tell you. So basically, women are based more on emotion. Men are people that can handle emotion. That's why there's phrases and terms called "take it like a man." Get some balls. There's no phrase like that for women, is there? So men, we're basically built to hold in our shit and get on with it. You know what I mean? So we don't need therapy. Like our own therapy is ourselves talking to ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
feel
agree?
like you physically
that's a
need
fact.
to do things.
Yeah.
Like with therapy, like you can go there and speak. You can speak about your problems, but that's not gonna fix your problems.
I ain't gonna fix it.
Bro, like I see as a man, that you just gotta go out there and get what
You
you
gotta
need to
get it done. You gotta get it done.
You have to accept all your shit. That's the first step. You gotta accept everything. If you don't accept it, then you're just gonna be juggling shit forever. The first thing you gotta do is accept everything that's going on and move on from it. If you have the power to do that, then you can do anything.
Have you had experiences with your friends where someone's been struggling with something, and in that experience, what have you done with them to get them out of where they are?
Oh, I've tried many times to help my friends get out of shit times that they're in, but they don't want to listen.
So what's your approach to them?
The way men speak to each other to get each other out of shit emotions is like we stick it on them, like saying like you're f***ing up here anyway. Like if you sort this out, this will be all right. That's how we are, innit? we like it when we're aggressive towards. We like it when we're aggressive towards each other and tell us and point out where.
Like if he fucks up and does something, I'll tell him straight.
Yeah,
What the fuck you doing,
like,
bro?
I can be
like fix the fuck up. Like no one likes you,
like,
bro.
no one likes you, bro.
No fucking likes you, bro.
No fucking likes you,
go back home.
If he gets sad,
we don't go that thing. We don't go that.
That's our thing. That's our thing. We always say that no one likes you. It's because no one likes you. Anyway, so basically,
there's a story behind it.
It's for another day, though, isn't it? So basically, like if he gets sad and and tells me about it, and then I'll need to hear why he's sad, and then he'll explain to me, and then I'll pick out a point and saying, well, you shouldn't have done that in the first place. Then you wouldn't be in this position. And that's how men speak to each other. That's how we get out of shit. Whereas we don't need to be wrapped up in cotton wool and hugged and like cared for, like, like we're a baby. That's how we get out of situations. That's why I said, like, earlier on, that's why there's terms like take it like a man, get some balls. There's no terms like that for women, because that's how we are naturally. That's how we have to be in it. Because
women just have get your shit together.
Yeah, but I think with women it's like quite different. I think when women like to talk to each other, it's more like to vent, if that makes sense, like just to get it off our chest. That's the one thing I've realized. But with men, is like if they vent, they want solutions. So it's very much more solution based. Whereas girls, like there's times when I've spoken to my girlfriends and I can give them a bunch of solutions, but they just don't want to hear it. And the thing is, they'll come to their own logical terms later, but it's just, they just want to vent it and let the emotions out in a way. But what I realize with men is like, whenever it comes to a man expressing his emotions, he doesn't want to just sit there and vent. He wants solutions then and there.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I realized. And ironically, there was one time this person I saw, as in like, it was a customer at work, and he had PTSD from the war. And he came in and, he was asking me what I do. I was like, study psychology. And he was like, oh, you'd be a very good therapist for men. And I was like, what do you mean? And one thing he said to me, he goes, the difference is like, men like to be told things black and white. They don't want to be like coddled. They don't want to be nurtured. He's like, we want someone that is blunt and straight up and tells us exactly how it is.
Yeah, like don't sugarcoat shit.
Yeah.
Just
do you know, like, I'll give you an example. Like if you, like, so basically obviously people know, like, I don't know how to explain it. So like, how we act with our boys, we have to act different. Like we can't be the same with women. Okay. Yeah. So like we stick it on each other. Like if I say to him, like, he'll be like, he'll laugh, but then he'll be like, oh shit, you know what?
Bro,
actually,
that's
wait, chill, bro. Chill. It's an example. You'll look in the mirror. Use a different
example, bro. Shit.
Stop being a pussy, bro. And so basically, you'll look in the mirror and you'll be like, you look in the mirror and be like, you know what? I might need to hit the gym, but I can't talk like that to a girl. Do you understand?
Right.
So like with guys,
to a girl, damn.
No, but with guys, we're different. We stick on each other, but like we say it how it is. Do you know what I'm saying? So like if someone said to me that, you're a dickhead for doing this, I will laugh if we're joking around, but then when I'm alone, I'll be like, you know what? He's right. He's right.
Men between the ages of 21 to 45. Yeah, I do know what you're saying. Men between the ages of 21 to 45 have like the highest rate of suicide in the UK. Why do you think that is?
Because they don't express themselves about what's going on. They don't.
Yeah,
they
but
don't address
you
it.
guys,
Yeah.
hold on. You guys just sat here and said that guys don't want to talk about their emotions, and you guys are giving examples of how you guys talk to each other, right?
Yeah, I speak my mind to him because I trust him. I got trust in him.
Not everyone is as blessed as in like in terms of having people there for them. When guys are going through shit, they need other guys with them, not women, not anyone. But most of these guys are alone. They have no one. They live by themselves. No one likes them. No one likes you, bro. No one wants to chat to them, anything, they lose, blah, blah, blah. And it's what I was talking to you about on episode 3 when I was saying to you about status. Do you know, like when a girl sees a guy work at, I don't know, a supermarket or Starbucks or something, like they feed it because basically it's just natural for men to, try and attract women in it. But like when women like look past that and stuff, and they're already bad as it is, it makes it worse because they got no companion, they got no one. And on top of that, there's people that are worse out there. They don't even have friends like me and him. Like, I don't even care if I got one friend.
I just say I ain't got friends. Huh? You say it's not me again.
Let's
call me
people
fat.
don't have friends like me and you, bro. People don't have friends like me and you, bro.
He also called you a just thought I should do it.
That's fine.
Let's fucking fight, bro. Do you want to scrap, bro?
Let's go, bro. Let's go. But not now.
I'll spar you tomorrow.
Safe.
I'll take you to the gym. I'll actually spar you.
Safe.
Because I sparred you last
You
time.
should have told me I
you
bought my
again.
gloves, bro.
I got gloves.
They stink
I'll
as
pat you,
shit.
bro. I
He
got
stays
gloves.
ready.
This
Stay
is
strapped.
ready, bro.
attention.
Bro,
I got everything ready,
my
bro.
hands stink
Karen,
as
do you
shit,
have
bro.
questions?
I do have a question, actually. I want to ask you a question, yeah? Because it's something that I've been thinking about a lot recently about myself. Social anxiety.
Yeah.
Do you lot, how do you lot feel about it? Because I feel like, I was actually thinking about this to myself here. I'm going to say it now. I don't make as much effort with people that I chill with often. And like, even when I see them call me, I'm just like, and they ask me, "Go, Karen, come out, man. We haven't seen you in a long time." I just don't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't like. But when I'm out with them and I'm around them, I'm all right. But then there's a part of me that's like, oh, I just want to go home now and be alone.
Yeah.
I'm alone, but I don't want to be alone. But even when I'm not alone, I still feel alone.
You know, I
Yeah.
literally had this happen yesterday. So yesterday I went out and it was the first time I actually genuinely wanted to go out in like maybe 4 or 5 years. Like it was a really happy day. And it was such a shock for me because I was like, shit, we didn't even plan this event that we were going to. And I was telling my friends, like, I really want to go. And one of my best friends was like, look, she's never in this mood. Like, I feel like we need to go out for her. And I really appreciated that. But like when I was younger, I realized that I'm an extroverted introvert through social conditioning. Like I've been put in so many positions where I've had to be social. I've had to carry myself a certain way. Even when I was young, we were speaking to people who were like way older than us. So it's like conditioned me to be a certain type of way that now I've gotten into this age of 26. I feel like I have like social fatigue. Like I don't want to go out all the time. There's people that I've met and it's like, there are some days where you catch me and I'm really talkative and I'm good and I'm like happy to talk to whoever. And sometimes I've gone out and I've met people and I'm like, I don't even want to say hello to you. And it's not anything to do with you.
Yeah, literally.
I just
get
don't
exactly
want
what
to
you mean.
because I'm not at that.
battery.
Yeah, I'm not at that place.
I don't like you, bro.
Nah, but like recently
like
I've been feeling like that, man. But it's something that I do want to work on, man. Because like there's stuff that I've missed. Like it's not really stuff like, it's important stuff that I missed, like people's birthdays, like stuff like that. Like,
Do you understand your trigger though?
I do.
I don't think I do yet. I think I'm still trying to learn that part.
You know what it is? Like, because for me personally, my brain don't switch off. Like I don't know, that recently, the past few years, I just want to self-improve all the time. And like the things I used to do before, like going out, drinking, messing around and stuff, like of course I love my friends, of course I want to go out and stuff, but like I just don't want to do the same thing they're doing now. Like I want to be in their presence, but then you know when you don't do the same stuff as them and you're just sitting there and you're like,
Sometimes you gotta grow friends.
and it's like he's obviously on the same shit as me and I'm like 3 hours away, so I can't see him all the time, innit? So like when he's up in Birmingham or when I'm, do you know what I mean? So like when we meet up, we're on the same shit. But like, don't get me wrong, I love the rest of my friends and that, but it's just gotten to a stage where I've just distanced myself from everyone. I don't even chat to anyone. I don't chat to anyone. Do you know what I mean? Like my brain don't switch off. I'm constantly on the go for self-improvement. And it's just how it is at the moment, isn't it? That's just how I am. So it's not like, if you'd like to call it social anxiety, maybe. You
wouldn't attribute it to social anxiety. Okay.
I think with like your case, I would say that it's more like sometimes you can just get comfortable with just being at home and you get more conditioned to the fact that you're used to one type of environment. So when you have to change, even though you're like, I do actually like going out, but it's just the fact of you're just changing a routine slightly, especially if you went through a time period where like you're not going out and then all of a sudden you're going out.
It's like the unpredictability of being outside.
It's not really about going out. It's just like over the last few years, I've just been alone. I've been by myself. I've dealt with everything by myself. So I'm just used to being by myself.
Because no one likes
I like my own company as well in a weird way. I'm happy.
But that's good. It's good to like your own company. But at the same time, like humans are all about connection. We're built for connection. That's the reason why we have such like we create communities and society and shit like that. That's literally part of our human existence. Being alone is great, but there's only so much you can give yourself when you're alone. Like I noticed this when I went through therapy. I'm great on my own. I'm solid, like lit, like no one can touch me. I'm wonderful. You put me in a circumstance where I'm having to build or work on a relationship with someone else and every insecurity gets surfaced. Like I've not had a long-term relationship with someone. So when someone asks me what you like in a relationship, I can't even honestly say what I am like because I don't even know. But what I do know is that when I have to manage someone else's emotions, it really freaks me out because of what I've experienced when I was young. Like I had loads of low self-esteem when I was younger. So when I kept people around me, they weren't my people. They were just people that were there, and I felt like I needed to be a certain type of way with them, and I had to present a certain type of way, and they all made me feel really shit, like really, really shit. And it was only like last year, 25, where I sat there and I was like, I don't want to feel this way anymore, because I actually do have friends who make me feel good and who can energize me. And
why did they make you feel shit because you were comparing yourself?
No, I think they didn't really get me. I was very different. And I think they fed on the fact that I had low self-esteem. Like they clocked it before I did, you know? And when it came to like little disputes and annoyances, like I was the one that they took it out on all the time. And
I feel like people feed off that shit. To make them feel more confident. When they chill with people with low self-esteem, it makes them feel better about themselves when really they hate themselves too. But then they try and find someone or chill with someone that's even worse off than them. And it gets them gas.
Yeah.
It gets them gas. And then they're like, I feel sick. And then when they chill with someone like me, who's a top G, you get me? Then they go back down.
I just feel like I was around people that didn't have my best interest.
We leave the dark humor jokes out. Don't do that.
But the thing is, like, with going back to what you said, I think it's like, I think it's kind of done on a subconscious level. Because one thing is that it goes back to what you mentioned earlier about energies. Right? Energy is a real thing, and people vibrate at different energies. So if you're vibrating at a low energy, whether that means you're a shitty person, or sometimes it could just be that you view yourself as like not worthy or low self-esteem, whatever reason, you are going to be meeting people in those categories.
Yeah.
Does that, like, energy attracts energy? So it's like how negative energy attracts negative energy, positive energy attracts a positive energy. If you're operating at a low frequency, you are going to attract people who are in that same frequency. So if you want to change the people that are around you, the first thing you do is start to change yourself. And when you start to change yourself, you will feel lonely and you feel solitude. Yeah. And because the other energies that you used to hang around with are no longer suited for you. So then you start to attract the people on that same frequency that now you've elevated to, but that takes time to bring in.
But
do you believe in vibrations?
100%.
And how the universe gives back to you, the higher your vibration is.
100%. And I knew this from when I was like in sixth form. There was one day where I was like, I just want to be around positive people. Anyone who's not positive around me, I'd want you to drop. Like, I just want them to go. And every single one of my friends in sixth form dropped overnight. Like, it was... No, they just... No, like something happened that was really fucked for me, but everyone kind of like the way that they reacted told me a lot. And I was like, I actually realized at that point how many negative people I had around me and how alone I was. And I was like, fuck, okay, this is actually really bad. But then as I've grown older, like I kept friends from high school that I probably shouldn't have kept on as long as I did. But the only reason why I realized that they weren't right for me is when I had a self-reflection moment. I looked at the friends I did develop in my adulthood, like from some friends I developed in sixth form, from uni, from work. Those relationships are so fucking tight. And I know if I need anything, I can call them. When I looked at my friends from high school, I was like, I don't keep you guys in that same standard. I'm not looking at you guys and thinking, if I had something up happen to me, would I call you? The answer is no. Then it's like, why am I accepting that from you? And I would never accept it from these people. I would never let them get away with this shit, you know? But I'm letting you guys get away with it. A lot of it was me taking the accountability of like, you know, just being honest with myself. I was in India coming back from a 10-hour drive from Kasol, yeah? I sat there in the last hour and I was like, I'm insecure about this. I'm uncomfortable with that. I don't like this. This makes me feel weird. And I just broke it all down for myself. I broke down the barrier. I was really honest. And I was like, wow, okay, I have issues. Like, I have shit I need to deal with, you know? I got problems that I need to handle.
When you actually address the issues, when you actually pull them out your head and you actually... Because what you think about yourself, the thoughts come in your head. You just got to accept them.
Let me ask you guys something, right? So when you start to experience that moment of where like that self-reflection of like pulling apart the thoughts and everything, is that the first moment when you start to feel alone?
Ooh.
I feel like...
Say that again.
It makes me... Yeah, go on, say it again.
So you guys were talking about like how you talking about all these thoughts and everything, like insecurities and everything, and your self-reflection. And then you said like the thoughts are coming out and you kind of having to like kind of reflect on your own thoughts. Would you say that's the first moment of when you realize like that you're actually alone? Because what I realized with alone, there's like, I've kind of realized on my own way that there's 4 different stages, and I've realized that's the first stage.
Being alone.
Not being alone.
Or feeling alone.
But kind of like looking at like the shitty things that have happened to you, or the things that like, you know, you're low self-esteem, or you're insecure about this, you're insecure about that. You look at everything of how things have affected you. And that's the one thing I realized is the first stage to being alone.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to not berate yourself
100%.
when you realize those things. Like, I think being honest is so difficult because there's so much room for criticism, and it's incredibly vulnerable. Like, you can ask people to be vulnerable with you as much as you want, but being vulnerable with yourself is really where the inner growth comes in. But I don't know. I kind of like when I'm reflecting on things that, especially that one in India, I was sitting there and I was more like, whoa, that's like a real big revelation. Because as if you could ask anyone else in my life what they thought, I was like confident, I had, you know, good presence, and I have high self-esteem, and I have good composure, and like all of these things. You've seen the positions I was put in when I was working. Like, I had to handle a lot of shit beyond my years, and I did it, right? But it was like, there was the presentation me, the imposter syndrome, who always sat there and thought something ain't right. And then here's me alone. I wasn't alone. I was in a car full of people, but still I did feel alone. But also I was like, I needed to be alone at that time. I needed to be with myself.
That's
because,
what I said to you. You're not alone, but you feel alone.
Yeah, because you have to go, because no one's in your brain. No one's lived your experiences. No one is hearing what you're telling yourself right now. No one's feeling those sensations. It's just you. People who can't regulate are the people who need other people to tell them what they're going through.
Yeah.
And self-regulation is such a big thing that I think our generation hasn't really learned how to do.
I feel like it's hard to explain when someone asks you like what's wrong with you, because you literally can't explain yourself, like what you actually feel inside. So like, for example, like at one point I felt like when people are when people are thinking of committing suicide, and then you have loads of people saying you're loved. Why? You're loved, don't do that. But like, if someone says to you, you're loved, like, you can be surrounded by loved ones and still feel alone.
Yeah.
So like, they don't understand. They don't understand until they get to that point themselves, isn't it? Like, why would you give up all of this shit? You're surrounded by loved ones, but you still feel alone regardless, isn't it? You feel like no one needs you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but also like maybe I think what I've also experienced is that no one's going to get my circumstance the way I am, and like no one seems to be here for me in a way that I need them to be here for me. Therefore, I feel alone. So like, I struggled a lot in my first year of uni, had some really dark moments, but I sat there and I was like, there's no one I can talk to about this. Absolutely no one. I had someone on the phone to me for 4 hours. I'm just crying there and she's asking me how I am, and I'm having to tell her everything. And I'm having to put my trust in that person to be like, here's my feelings and here's my emotions. Help me. You know, and there's not a lot of people in life that you can give that to. Therefore, if you feel like there's no one in your life you can give that to, you feel alone. Like, you feel like you're backed in a corner, you're in a box, no one's going to get it.
Shall I tell you one thing that helped me? Yeah, and this is advice for everyone at home as well. Yeah, if you feel like you're overthinking and you got too much going on in your head, the best thing to do, your best friend at the time, would be a pen and paper.
Yeah,
I've written down, like, no one knows this actually, because I don't tell anyone this, but all of the shit that like I like how I dissected certain things like about certain people, like, I'll write about it. I'll write about it and read back through it and be like, all right, cool. Oh shit, this person said that to me. That means that they're this. This person's a narcissist because they did this. This person tried to manipulate you because of this. Like, you learn a lot about what people did to you or what people can do to you if you just write it all down. Because the thing about your thoughts is when you're thinking about something, it's easy to forget it as well. Because it's easy for a thought to just go and disappear, then you forget it. But if you write it down and actually like digest what you're saying, it will help you a lot. It helped me a lot. It helped me a lot.
And sometimes when you put it out there, you kind of realize like it's not as bad as you kind of thought it was. Yeah. But that's the sad thing about like with pain, like with any type of emotional pain that you feel, it makes you feel lonely. Pain separates you. Pain is what makes you feel different from everyone else. Even if somebody has gone through the same thing that you've gone through, you both live two different experiences of that situation.
Yeah.
Some people handle it different. Going back to our point when you asked us about how men deal with it, like we don't really want to express ourselves. Like, we just stick it to ourselves because we don't want to seem weak and stuff like that. And that's the truth, isn't it?
But do you find that helpful though?
Yeah.
You personally, or the whole like demographic?
100%. Because you know when they say time is like the all whatever healer, whatever, blah blah blah. You're healing time, blah blah blah. But like if you don't do something with your life, Yeah. And so basically say for example, it takes you 6 months to heal or whatever from something or whatever it is. Yeah. And you don't do something in those 6 months and you're still in the same place you were back then. Like what men should ideally do, in my opinion, is that work on yourself. Yeah. Distract yourself with a lot of things and self-improve as a person. And then when those 6 months are up and you don't give a shit, you're in a better place than you were 6 months ago. But there are other people, I'm not having to go at anyone, but like there's a lot of men that like to lie in bed. They don't want to get up. They don't want to do this. They want to smoke cigarettes. They want to drink. They want to, eat and binge and eat for comfort and blah, blah, blah. But they're just damaging themselves, even further, and yes, time, 100%, you'll heal in time regardless. Like it might take longer for some people, but you need to take positives out of negatives all the time. And what most people don't do is they don't take the positives out of it and they end up being in the worst position, even though they're healed after a long time from that certain thing. They're still they're in a worse position than they were because they used that time of healing to destroy themselves.
Yeah.
That's the thing is with what you just said there, like, you said for men to like kind of go gym, do this, do that. So what you're trying to say is that a men's type of healing isn't necessarily time, it's purpose.
It's both.
Like if a man has a purpose, I feel like that is more.
It's both.
Yeah.
because you heal in time regardless of anything.
Not always. Some people say, I've met people who have stayed stuck in time.
I agree with what you're saying.
Can I rephrase what you said?
You know why?
When you say you heal in time, if you have a purpose, what if you heal in time better if you have a goal set? If you have a certain goal set and a certain time limit, I reckon you can heal because I've personally done that.
What I was going to say,
I set myself a goal and
that's true. That's true. But what I was going to say, from Kim's point, there's some things that you don't heal from because that's why they call scars. Scars never. Do you get it? You get scarred. Yeah. You get scarred, but scars is not
but
your wound hasn't healed properly.
Heal from a scar. I think a scar is just a reminder of where you.
Yeah,
scars always going to be there.
Scars are always going to remain.
But it's going to close, bro.
But it depends. Do you wear those scars with pride, or do you?
100%.
And that's the difference. But I also had this theory about like how people get wounded. So obviously within everyone, there's masculine and feminine energies, right hemisphere, left hemisphere. And I feel like when a woman is wounded in her masculine, her therapy is different to if she's wounded in her feminine. I think the same thing applies to men. When a man is yeah, trust me, I've thought about this. When a man is wounded in their feminine, when a man is wounded in their feminine, the typical things that they kind of, you say, it's my job. I'm done. The typical... Well, I'm a good cook. You're right.
Sake. When
a man is wounded in their feminine, the typical behaviors they kind of exhibit is like, being quite promiscuous, kind of attributing more feminine traits of like, being overly expressive, love bombing, that kind of stuff, not articulating how they feel emotionally, lashing out and not being able to handle that. And then when they're kind of wounded in their masculine, they're hyper masculine, they're overly masculine, in fact, like overbearingly so, as if they're trying to hide something, right? And then for women, when you're wounded in your masculine, you become masculine, you take on an independent role and you feel like you have to shut everyone out and you have to do everything. And when you're wounded in your feminine, you become...
I know someone that sounds exactly like that.
Yeah. So women feel healed in their feminine, kind of become a bit more narcissistic, almost helpless, almost kind of like, poor me, save me from the world. And I feel like for men specifically, if you're wounded in your feminine, you need to talk because you don't actually have a root.
What do you mean wounded in my feminine? So like, what do I...
You're like when you're so heartbroken, you're outside in the rain, shirtless, singing like raging.
So there's like a whole demographic
of boombox outside the yard, like trying to like get her back in that.
There's a whole demographic of men who won't date because they're so wounded in their egos are so hit, they won't date people, they hate women, and there's a whole group of people who won't move on from it. And that's become their whole identity because they're so wounded in that element. And you find whole demographics of people who are wounded in their masculine and they don't know how to connect to women, they don't know how to connect to themselves, they have disruptive relationships, they get the biggest indicator of whether someone...
these people?
I've analysed these people. I analyse them.
I get what you're saying. It's like hurt people. I understand what you're saying, because especially with women, it's like if you're pushed to the point where if you see a woman that has adopted masculine traits, 9 times out of 10, it's because that she's been pushed into that state. and it's a survival. But then I've also seen women where they have been hurt and like life has come to them and they act like a damsel in distress.
Yeah.
So it just depends on, I don't know if it depends on whether they're hurt in their feminine or masculine. I think it's what you do with the situation, how, and your mentality and how you want to take it.
You see where people anchor their pain. Like if someone's because it takes a really strong individual to be hurt in your masculine, pick up your shit and have to continue going anyway. It's the same thing for men. If you're hurt in your masculine, you pick up your shit and you have to continue going anyway. You got no choice. That's hard. For men and women who are hurt in their feminine, it's more of a softer error. If you're hurt in your feminine, it means you are given a chance to make this. When am I in
my feminine though? I don't understand this.
Everyone has a mix of feminine and masculine energies within them. Your feminine energy will be if you relate to somebody, if you enjoy peace with nature, if you're calming, if you can be vulnerable. That's more feminine. Your more masculine is like if you're physically moving, if you have a goal, if you're like, you are kind of more rugged. That's more masculine representations of you. But everyone has it. Everyone has that, and it's all, whether you tap into it in certain, like I realized I was really masculine because I was running a house when I was like 10 years old. I didn't really have anyone there to support me. I was raised by my dad and he tried his best, but it's really hard, like being a man and trying to raise women, like that shit's difficult, So, but what I've been doing as an adult now is like trying to
having your dad as a dad. He's jokes, man.
My dad.
Yeah, I went to a bashment bar with him, man. That was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
He's hilarious. He's great. He's hilarious.
That night with your dad was amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Him, Rax as well. Oh my God.
Yeah. But like Rax is someone, I don't want to at him, but like he's someone, my dad and Rax, they're both understanding men.
We love you both, by the way.
Yeah.
I love both of you. I love Jaja and Rax.
How is this related to feminine energy?
Because they're both they both have some sort of feminine energy.
Smart men, bro.
Yeah.
Very smart.
They have a feminine energy where they can communicate, they're soft, they're emotional, they can be vulnerable, but they also are extremely masculine. They're very tool-oriented, they're very goal-oriented. They have a lot of heavy skill sets and they can be what you need them to be. Do you know what I mean?
What you mean now, yeah.
Yeah. So there are people who are wounded in different areas and I feel like they require different things.
But I also think it depends on what you make of it as well, rather than it just being what you were hurt in, if that makes sense.
Well, it's like what you were hurt in is where you understand the roots. What you choose to do with that information is where you get, what's the path then for you to get out of that, because everything starts from somewhere.
Right, I got a question for you lot. I've actually written a few down here. It's about goals. Give me a possible goal that you can achieve no matter how crazy it is. And it doesn't have to have a timeline in it. It could be 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 5 days from now.
What do you mean, how crazy?
Like, give me a goal that you've got set in your mind that's no matter how crazy it is, that you can achieve it.
I've always wanted to direct some sort of short series. I've actually even thought the concept and everything, thought the characters, thought the storyline, and I've always wanted to get to a point one day I'd like to direct it.
See, that's what I mean. That no matter how crazy it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not crazy. You can do it.
I know I can, but to me, it's like, oh my God, that's so far-fetched. Like I've got so much shit going on right now. How can I even,
thought the same thing about this and I'm saying that.
But the way I see it is like, the way I like to look at things is that if you've got a vision of that for yourself in some way or another, I don't know if you're religious or anything, but I always feel like whether you want to believe in like God or the universe or whatever, something has placed that thought in your head for 100%. A reason. Because there's a reason why you got that thought and I didn't. I don't see myself being a director. A seed in your head.
Yeah.
Why? Like you got planted that seed. I didn't get planted that seed. You didn't get planted that seed. I've never imagined myself being a director or anything. So there's a whole reason why that got planted in your head for a reason. It's to show that you are capable of it. You just got to find the steps to get there.
Yeah. And I think the frustration in this part of life is understanding how many barriers I have to overcome before I can get to that place. And it's like the patience that I'm learning in this stage of my life is insane. Like,
it's not that deep though. Like you're basically finding an excuse to put yourself off it, basically.
It's not even an excuse.
That's what people do. Like it's in human nature.
I think that's a very simplistic way of looking at it.
It's in human nature. If you say you're going to do something and you have enough, like if you want it bad enough, you'll do it regardless.
It's like that
you'll find a way.
Behavior.
You'll find a way. So like if something is life threatening, you'll forget all your shit and you'll sort that out first because it needs to be done.
What if I have other goals that are more pressing than that one, i.e. I'm moving, I want to build a home first? That's a bigger goal to me than directing.
But this is what I said to you. It's a seed that's planted in the head. It doesn't have to It's not something that happens.
I understand where it is on the timeline, basically.
It can happen 10 years from now. It can happen 20 years from now. But answer the question though. What's a goal of yours that you can achieve in the future, no matter how crazy it is?
It doesn't seem crazy.
And what would you do? What would you do to get to that point?
Like, all of my goals don't seem crazy to me because I feel like I can do it anyway.
So what's one goal?
The reason why I said it doesn't matter how crazy it is means it could be anything.
Crazy to the normal person then, to an average person. So not crazy to you, but
just name one of
be the next Andrew Tate.
Nah.
He's out here with the sound table.
He's a top G, by the way, Andrew Tate. If you hate on Andrew Tate, you. I don't know, I don't actually know.
All right, we'll come back to you, Kiran, you go.
I feel like yours was so passionate and I'm here just like private jet. Yacht.
What would you do to get those? What would you do to get those things?
What, like a private jet? And
yeah, like what's the avenue? How would you?
I think it's multiple streams of income. I think property is another thing as well. I think the main thing for me is just having that financial freedom where I'm not having to, okay, I say private jet, but I think in theory it's more like the financial freedom of not having anyone to tell me what time to be where. I live my life by my rules. If I want to go somewhere, I go there. If I want to be here, I'll be there. If I don't want to work today, I don't want to work today. That's the life that I want to live. And if a private jet comes with that, then it does.
You do realize the more money you make, the more problems that come with it.
More money, more problems.
You will never get to a stage.
Right, listen, more money, more problems, more solutions.
If you get to a stage where you own a jet or you got this, or you got that, you got high, like you'll never have a day where you don't work.
I didn't say
you'll never have a day where you don't work.
It's not a case of
you'll be working every day.
But the thing is,
it's different when it's on your terms.
It's different when it's on your terms. Do you get what I mean? Like
when you work for yourself, you can wake up and be like, do you know what? I don't feel like working today. I don't need to.
I know it depends because if you have businesses where people are looking towards you, then obviously you got to take care of them.
That's only if they depend on you.
If they depend on you, but sometimes you can make a business run self-sufficiently where you don't have to. I.e. properties, and that's why I really like properties is because once you get people moved in or whatever, properties naturally increase in value. You don't need to do much. Like sometimes if I choose where I'm talking
about in regards to the status that you want. Having a jet, like you know how many properties you need to own in order to get like income in that sense. You have to have like literally not millions. I
didn't mean go into detail like how much money you have to make.
Maybe it's not like
it's a goal. Like, her goal is to own a private jet.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But she said when she said something like I want to be the boss of myself and say like I don't want to work today. Like that's having that and a jet. It just doesn't match. Because
of course it does.
It can. Maybe it's just in the case of you have a goal. Maybe you need to reimagine how you're going to get there. Because a lot of people stay fixated on, I have this goal and this is the vision. This is how I see it happening.
Yeah.
But really, if you wanted to, going on a private jet is actually attainable for you right now. People do it all the time. If you just call a chartered private jet and you ask them if they've got anyone coming back on a flight, you get discounted. So you can fly that.
Are you talking about owning one?
Or just riding in one?
You're talking about owning one or riding in one?
I think running one first, like as in like renting one and then owning one eventually.
That's a big liability.
I mean, that is like I'm not looking in the next like 5 years for that. I'm looking in the next like maybe 15 kind of thing. But this is the thing, is multiple.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Next year, 6 months. It's crazy. It's a fucking
He's on a real David Goggins vibe.
Crazy. No.
Have you thought of a goal now? Should I say mine?
Say yours.
All right, cool. So something I've been wanting to do for a long time. Let's have a boxing fight, yeah? So 2020, let me put this straight, yeah? Back end of 2022, I was ready for my fight. A week before the fight was supposed to happen at Troxy in London, they cancelled it because they didn't sell enough tickets. I was gutted, bruv. I was in the best shape of my life for that fight. I was ready. But when I found out that it got cancelled, I just not lost all motivation. I thought, you know what, I worked this hard. I'm just going to enjoy myself a bit. I enjoyed myself a bit. 2023's come now. I'll be honest with you, I didn't prioritize the boxing. I prioritized other things like my own health, like managing my own thing, my own shit. So right now, I'm going to say it right now. I'm going to double down. 2024, I'm not going to have one fight. I'm going to have two.
Well, you know who you can speak to get that done.
I'm going to have two. You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
It's going to happen.
I've said it here. I've said it now.
It's going to happen.
This is going to be out everywhere. Everyone's going to see me say it. Listen. Hopefully, I'll watch this a year from now and I'll win both of them. Even if I don't win both of them, I'll still be happy. But I know for a fact that I'm going to win because my mindset is too set on me winning. I'm going to win. I know I'm going to win because I'm going to work twice as hard as the other guy that's going to be standing in front of me.
Yeah, facts.
And I'm going to win, bro. The discipline that I'm going to bring into 2024 and the and their mentality and the mindset, especially into the boxing. That's my main priority for next year. Is my boxing.
Work over talent any day. Work beats talent.
Yeah, 100%, man.
You can be.
I'm gonna make sure that is there, man. Everyone in this room is gonna be there at the fight as well.
Yeah, I've thought.
I'll have you lot there. VIP.
I'll be behind the lighting desk.
Running the Ava lights and that.
Yeah.
I know what mine is. So like, so basically like in school, I was always good at English literature, like when it comes to poetry and like rhymes and all that stuff. So I'm quite good at like rap, freestyle. And
wait. You said this last time and you didn't drop us a 16.
Yeah,
so now
I was thinking. Now
you have to drop us a 16. I'll play a beat and just drop.
I don't want to spit, bro. I don't want to give away my bars. People are gonna copy that shit, bro.
Oh my god!
I'll get a copyright license done for it.
Don't be afraid.
Fuck that. No one's
MC Random, bro. I'll stamp your name on it.
That's a cop out.
But like I've always
a cop out.
I've always wanted to. What?
That's a cop out.
What do you mean?
Everyone's gonna copy your shit.
Yeah, no
I'm sure you've got fresh ideas mulling over your brain. Even if they steal
once I
it.
record that, they can listen to it. But like, he knows. I want to do that shit. I want to record in the studio and like release it. Like, I don't care about the fame and all that. I'm just doing it for like.
I can't lie. The bars that I said in the chat that morning were hard, you know.
Yeah,
it just came to my head.
Do you remember the chat? What my bars? See, I was at work. and I was trying to hide my phone from the manager, and I wrote that out in 2 seconds.
Let me find it. You lot carry on. Let me find it.
Nah.
I don't know how far.
This was out of nowhere. So in the group chat,
bro, you got to read yours.
I was saying I work here.
They just started spitting bars, and it was like,
what, voicing?
No, as in like text.
Okay.
And then like, so Random like said it one, like set. And then like Karan said it next one. And then they were like, yeah, now it's my turn. And I was like, oh, shit.
Mic drop.
No, there is.
Read yours first, because you ain't reading
bro, I don't know how far up in the chat it is, bro.
Was I in the group at this point?
Nah, this
is a different group. This is a different group.
Oh, okay.
If it helped, this group was created before that group.
No one likes you, bro. You're not a part of it.
So it wasn't like we made this
I like
group
me.
after. I didn't make this group. Yeah, it's actually you made.
I am the leader. I am the captain now. Can anyone find it?
Why don't you just search in your chat?
Yeah, do the search.
I don't remember anything I said in it.
It's so weird you can search on WhatsApp. What the fuck? That's
you literally
weird.
pull up like full messages. I'm like,
I have no internet.
Your phone's embarrassing you.
Yes.
Anyway,
it's gone down.
While he's looking,
you lot carry on, bro.
While he's looking. So I was gonna ask, like, okay. Let's talk about relationships. Like with men and women. So like, bro,
I don't want to read that.
Nah, don't read that loud.
Oh, did you find it?
Sorry.
Did you find it?
Huh? No.
You killed the vibe.
It was something else that was said in the chat.
They have to have some kinky relationship. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Nah.
It was something about a rocket.
Something about rocket being placed in certain places that shouldn't be placed.
Yeah, it's Diwali, bro. Happy Diwali.
Jeez.
What were you saying?
I forgot now. You know, this guy.
Sounded like it was going to be something real saucy.
You said about relationships.
Oh yeah, relationships.
Oh yeah. Like, actually, now you know what? I actually forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. When you're in a relationship, obviously, because you said like you don't feel like you need to talk about emotions, you don't want to open up, whatever. When you're in a relationship, how do you connect with the person you're interested in if you don't open up? Or do you open up?
Are you talking about dating again?
No,
relationships.
No, okay. So there's a thing about being comfortable with someone. So like once you build trust and all that, men do open up. Trust me, they do if they trust a woman.
But do you think opening up then for those men who are able to do that, do you find it beneficial?
Yeah.
You
know why? Because women are the only people that can bring men peace. Like they literally if because they're
the right woman can keep me so humble and grounded.
Because they're feminine nature, like they can literally switch your brain off without you. Like I said, my brain never switches off. Like if I had someone I loved and I trusted her and we shared a bond or whatever, like even if it was for 10 minutes where she could switch my brain off, I swear to God, the guy will never leave her ever. And that's why men feel it a lot harder. We love a lot harder than women. When we break up, men are destroyed. But we literally women they take a certain amount of time. They can take a year, fine. Men can take years Honestly, like
there are some men who like don't get
men love
first
a lot harder than women, because when they find that girl that can switch his brain off, you know, there's not many girls out there that can have the same connection as him. They don't get him. Do you get it? And when he loses that girl, yeah, it literally gets him to a stage where he's and then you have two choices. You be a man about it and you just get on with your life, self-improve, like, you know, like we would, you know, suggest men do, or you go down the other route and you get into drugs, you know, you know,
other women
yourself up and all that shit. And like you commit suicide and stuff. Mate, a lot of these deaths, huh?
Why are you pointing at me?
A lot of these
bro, why
deaths.
you be gunning at me the whole fucking episode, bro?
A lot of these deaths.
Suicide and this is like this, like towards me, like I'm like a jump off a bridge or something, bro.
Can
I say my bars now? Yeah, because basically what I was doing.
Suicide. You would never do that. I would never do that. No matter how bad shit
Let's not go there. Let's not talk about that.
I just want to add one more point to Random's point. I get what you mean. Yeah, because I don't know. Can I say random?
Yeah, random. I don't know. Of course. Anyway. Call me random.
Like I said, I actually think it's good for men to open up to women if it's the right kind of woman, because like you said, women who are in their natural feminine energy, they are nurturers, they're healers. When a man feels sick, where does he want to go to?
His mother.
Exactly. Yeah. Because it's a nurturing healing. So you're not telling me that a woman who's the right kind of woman like is able to do that on a soul level.
Okay, that's fine, but we don't open up to anyone.
Yeah, it has to be the right one.
It has to be the one. It has to be the one you have a connection with.
Or you find guys who open up to absolutely everyone. And you find girls who do the same, but they open up, but it's kind of like they open up and then they withdraw everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've had guys
like emotional dumping
before though.
They what?
I've had guys cry in front of me before.
Yeah. Was it like warranted or was it just?
No, like as in like you said, when a guy feels comfortable enough to open up to you and show vulnerability.
Nah, she just said something mad to them, just made them cry.
Nah, never cry in front of a woman.
Like, but it was like the kind of tears where like a guy would try to hold back.
No, never. I'd never
you
cry.
say
that sounds like a really problematic statement in the terms of mental health. Then you know self-care. You're saying men don't cry, men clearly do cry.
You can say you've been there, but whether I've been there or not, I would never tell anyone.
Mate, there are like professional athletes that will cry in front of screen because they're so grateful for where they're at.
I don't. If I was to cry, I'd cry by myself. I'd never cry in front of a woman.
I'm not afraid to show my emotions.
So you never cry in front of your wife?
No.
You say that, but let's say you're holding back the tears as much as you can. There's only so much holding you can do before eventually like maybe one or two comes out.
Listen, let me put it this way.
I would never advise people to not cry and hold that in. We're all emotional beings, whether you want to admit it or not. I would never advise that to someone.
So when you're with your man, you want to feel safe, right?
Yeah.
100%. You want him to be a protector. If he can't handle a certain situation and he breaks in front of you, you don't feel safe anymore because then you know his level. You think that, oh shit.
When I get to this stage,
I don't feel safe now. I don't feel safe now because he broke at this point. This thing's even worse. How is he going to be when he's there?
I don't know if you have... Look, there's a whole level of communication that can happen in there for that not to be the case.
Like biologically, this is how women are wired. They want to feel safe.
You keep doing this is women, this is men. Like in your opinion, yes. But when we're females, right? And we're telling you, like, the one thing that I really appreciate about relationships, if a guy gives me,
You'll never admit to it, but it's fine. Go on.
Never admit to what?
Don't worry. just carry on.
You see what I mean?
Just carry on. Nah. I got a better love for Kim. She's cool, man.
I just feel like if you find the right woman, if you're vulnerable, if that guy is vulnerable enough in front of you, you then allow that conversation to know where your limits are. And at least that person, because you can't be on 24/7. Yes, men are expected to be a certain way. Yes, they're expected to provide. Yes, they're expected to provide safety. But women are not like soulless, heartless people.
Yeah.
You know, like if they see that someone's struggling, then
it's not your fault though. It's in your nature. That's how you see it. That's how you see it.
You've been having way too much ashwagandha.
You want to be there for your partner, right? Otherwise, why are you there? Why are you with that person?
This episode, we're not talking about relationships. Can we go off?
But relationships are such a big part of mental health.
On WhatsApp, and bro. I was speaking of mental health. I left the chat. When the f*** does anyone talk about men's mental health? In November, fam. You get me?
Oh my God.
You get me? You know what I'm saying?
It is men's mental health.
No one gives a shit, bro.
Which is why we're talking about self-growth and self-development.
Men have to get their own right. They got to do it themselves, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? No one gives a f***. No one cares about men's mental health, bro. No, who talks about it? Where have you seen it on social media? Do you know what I mean? It's not there, bro.
Well, we're talking about it now.
Yeah, but
that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. We're here to highlight, bring
it up,
the eyes to the conversation.
No one cares, so you shouldn't either.
Okay, so I'm doing
if
something
no
about
one
it.
cares about your problem, you shouldn't give a shit yourself.
Nah, it sounds harsh, but like I feel
That's what I say. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
it sounds harsh, but I don't think no one's going to give more of a at your problem than yourself. Than you, exactly. Doesn't
And
matter
it's
if you're
actually
male or female.
you have to take accountability for how you relay that to the people you care about
And
to
it's
get
your
the support you
problem.
need.
It's your problem, so you
Like
got to
you-
accept it
yeah.
and you got to deal with it.
You can't expect.
Yeah, you deal with
I'm not
these-
gonna bring.
what-
I'm
what I
not
mean-
gonna bring other people into my
What I mean
problems.
by what I mean by don't give a shit about the problem is that deal with it yourself, as in like asking for other people for help because they don't care. Like they'll act like they care, but then they'll get on with their lives. So they don't really care. Do you get
Yeah.
it? Do you understand?
But that's 'cause
so
they
like
don't
if it's
feel
your
it.
problem, if people don't care about it, why should you get on with it? You have to get on with life regardless of how you feel. Because life's too short and you're just going to waste your years away because of that one problem that can be. There's solutions for every problem. There is a solution for every single problem.
Yeah.
So if people don't give a fuck, you shouldn't give a fuck either. No one's going to wake you up one day and be like, right, I've got a solution to your problem. Only you can do that.
I don't know. You find
Only
the real
you
ones who
can
help
do
you
that.
out with that.
The thing
Yeah,
is-
but they tend to be family.
I feel like
or
you two could do that for each other. You talk
Facts,
about how close
facts.
you guys are. I'm pretty sure that
No.
contradicts your whole point. I'm sure you two can do that together.
Facts,
Wait,
but none
what
of
do
that
we do
kinky shit though. Nah, but like seriously though. Like I can tell.
I can't lie to you. I zoned out. What do we do together? Is it like what physical stuff?
Read your,
Just read the bars.
read your f***ing bar.
Just read the bars. I'm not getting into that shit, bro. That's
Bro, like what?
Read your bar.
nah. Read your bars.
So basically, yeah.
Read your bars. Read your
So
bars.
basically, I was at work in the morning and I wrote in the chat, rise and grind. I wrote, rise and grind, there's money to find. And at the time, I was listening to music. And,
Oh, you're the one that started it.
yeah, so I was listening to music in it.
And I
was
replied
like,
2
And I was
minutes
like, you know
later.
what? I was like, I'm gonna carry on because I was like, that rhymed, I was gonna carry on, So I wrote, rise and grind, there's money to find. Girl, you so fine, I wanna make you mine. Dick game so good, I'm gonna make you blind. Oh baby, you so cute, so kind, I'm gonna make you mine. And I wrote, sorry, I had to drop some bars.
What did I say after that?
Bro, I was proud of that, I was like, yo, I was like, that was good,
I did mine while I was hiding from my manager, so I did it in 10 seconds. So what did I say?
I'm not gonna repeat yours because yours got some mad shit
Is
in it.
mine mad?
Wait, how mad was
Look at the first sentence of it.
Is it
Nah,
mad?
just say it.
Is it mad?
That's it.
Is it mad? I can't even remember.
Do you want to read it out?
Yeah, we should hear it.
I feel it's better if it comes.
like,
Your
yeah.
delivery.
I mean, it's your shit.
Because
So
you know the flow.
I don't want to jack your bars, as you said in it.
Bro, they're dead bars, bro. They're dead. They're
Yeah, but
son.
I'd rather you say them then. Say it. Go on. You wrote it.
Okay, I'll read yours out again, okay?
No, don't read. Why are you reading mine
yeah.
out again for?
Just so the flow goes, innit?
Go for
You
it.
get me?
Go for it.
Rise and grind, there's money to find. Girl, you so fine, I want to make you mine. Dick game so good, I'm going to make you blind. Oh, baby, you cute, so kind. I'm going to make you mine. And then I wrote,
Yeah, go on. What did you write, bro?
head game strong, she make me come, won't be long. All right. Yo.
I'm pretty sure it gets worse.
Pull up. Rewind. Rewind. Boop, 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 boop.
I wrote, head game strong, she make me come. Won't...
One more time. Reel out. One more time.
Oh, shit.
Get through the bar.
What, through the bar? Just the bar?
Alright,
alone?
pretend you're Red 3 2, Fire in the Booth right now. Go on. Pretend that instrumental is playing right now.
I just read the second bar. This is...
You wrote it, bro. This is your boss.
Oh, shit. Okay. Head game strong. She make me come. Won't be long. Bend over with...
Bro, finish it, man.
No, finish it.
Oh
Finish
my
it.
God, man. This
Read it
is
for him,
fucking
please.
mad.
Kim, you read it, please. I think it'd be funny if you read it.
No. I'll say it. Head game strong. She make me come. Won't be long. Bend over with her designer thong. Girl make me go wild. I'll be singing a song. I do my thing undercover with no one to witness. Don't hate on me. It's just business. Jeez. You get me, fam. That was hard. Anyway.
Are we going to forget about my bars? My bars were shit.
You read yours out. You read yours
My
out.
bars were shit.
Read yours out.
So they were
I'll let you do
shit.
the honest. You can do that.
No, I don't want to read it.
Because like none of it made sense.
I can't read.
Yeah, you can't. She can't
I
read.
can't
so
read.
I'm not gonna read yours out because like, actually, you know what I will. Yeah, this girl came in She came in with this. Yeah, you can't hate on me. I'm 5'3". Schooling these boys that drive in their dad's AMG, trying to bank trying to bank this money like a river, get them bags begging like I'm like Oliver. We're trying to rhyme Oliver with
Okay,
river.
I told you I'm dyslexic.
Fair enough. I thought dyslexic rap.
No,
It's
but
all right,
getting
you
these
know.
what did you say? The money bar? What was the money bar?
Getting them begging like Oliver.
Wait, should I try
No, the money
read it?
bar.
Yeah, try.
Should I
read it, 'cause
actually try?
I can't read as well right now.
Okay. You can't hate on me. I'm 5'3", schooling these boys that driving their dad's AMG, trying to bank this money like a river, getting them begging like Oliver. We're aiming for cash flows and cryptos. This ain't no Coke mixed with Mentos.
Mentos.
No, it's a good attempt.
Guess what grade I got in English? GCSEs.
A. D.
Swear down.
That
Man,
riverbank money thing.
You know,
was
you
pretty smart.
wouldn't guess it, but I got a star in literature. You know, not
So
A
did
star,
I.
sorry, A in literature. Sorry,
I got an A star.
really, I'm still better than you. But yeah.
I did a whole degree in English.
I was barely at school, you know.
So I'm joking.
I was barely at school.
I'm joking.
I got one more question. Yeah, this is one thing. Yeah,
I got some bars anyway.
Huh?
I got some bars, but do your question.
Nah, no more.
Nah, I got some, no, it's not dirty. It's not dirty. But anyway,
Go on.
No.
Nah, go on. Just get it. Get it.
No, it's calm.
No, because we're still at the topic of the bars. So do your bars.
He balled it.
Hold on. That was in my head.
That's what I saying to you. A pen and paper is your best friend.
Yeah. Okay.
See,
Man like Randy, make me your man. I come in handy. Pick up chicks on the sweet like candy. She asks for flowers, I give her a dandy. Single because I'm married to the game. Don't give a fuck about the fame. Blessed if my life would stay the same.
Did he not say this bar last time we were here?
No, yeah, but
in the back afterwards,
carried
and
it
he
on.
tried to finish
I
off the
carried it
bar.
on.
That
yeah. I thought because I swear I've heard that before.
yeah.
What?
You recycled your own
No.
lines.
In the last podcast,
Yeah,
I
you said the
I
first
said
bit.
first three, but then obviously this last bit I added on 4 or 5.
Because when you said it, I was like, I've heard someone say this before.
But I haven't thought about it. I haven't been sitting at home for the next 4 bars. Like it took me 2 months to come up with 4 bars. Come on, bro. What the
That's
fuck?
what I'm
I'm not gonna lie,
saying.
it took me about
sometimes
20
okay.
minutes to come up with those
Sometimes
bars.
okay. I got one more question, yeah. Listen, we ain't got that much time. I got one last question, yeah. Because this is something that I was actually deeping. Like I was actually in deep thought about this. I was in mid meditation when I did this as well, yeah.
Okay.
What is the earliest memory of your life that you have? That you can remember?
That's mad, you know.
I'll tell you mine.
Go on.
I was like 4 years old. I still remember this day, clear as day.
How do you know you were 4?
Because it was the day after my birthday.
Okay.
And me and all my friends from primary school went to Pizza Hut.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out
Private
Pizza
school. Oh,
Huh?
Did you say private school?
Hut. No.
Primary. I thought it was a private school.
Did I say private?
Oh, it
I
sounded
thought
like
you
that.
said pizza.
I did say
Wait,
pizza.
hold up.
After.
Oh, you did.
Hold up. Before you carry on, were those bars dead or something? Were they actually dead?
Nah, they were
They
all
were
right, man.
hard, bro. Come on.
Yeah, probably not like making it out the hood kind of good, but it was good.
What the fuck?
Nah, bro, like you gotta have bars to make it out the hood, bro.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I'm just saying.
tell your story.
Anyway, you were
Tell
4
your
years old. You were 4 years old.
So I grew up in Southwood, yeah. A lot of people that are growing up in Southwood know about Spicery Park.
Yeah.
So I was in Spicery Park and there was this little spider like netting thing. You have to like climb to the top of it or whatever, yeah. All I remember was I was trying to climb to the top, but then I got scared when I was nearly at the top. And all of my rest of my cousins and stuff, they were all at the top. And and then eventually I went to the top. That's what I remember.
That's your earliest memory.
That's my earliest
I was
memory.
expecting it to be so much more fascinating.
Yeah, I was really
I
like,
was
you were
really
really building me
expecting
up.
I was 4 years old. What the fuck do you not want me to do?
I don't know.
Mad.
I made it sound really significant.
Yeah.
Mad.
That's the earliest memory that I have.
I wanted tumbles and falls. I wanted like
Yeah.
that you seen shit that you wasn't meant to see at
Yeah.
4 years
I
old.
wanted it to be more fascinating. You're a peak, bro. Like,
Something
honestly.
something that I was supposed to see when I was 4 years old. Yeah, I saw a guy get shot in his neck with a shotgun, but it had glass in it.
No, wait, what?
How old are you?
7, 8.
Where was this?
South of Broadway. It was a party. It was a party.
Wait,
What were you
no.
doing at a party at 7, 8 years old?
It was a family party. It was a family
Wait, and
party.
someone just had a shotgun with glass in it and just fucking blasted
I'm
someone's
not going to
head?
go into the details because I don't want to. I don't talk about it.
Not
What's
the whole
your
one.
Basically, I
earliest
saw
memory?
it.
Why?
What is your earliest
There's
memory?
a couple that conflate all at the same. I don't know if they all happened at the same time, but I actually remember being in nursery at Ealing Hospital. Did any of you guys were any of you guys born at Ealing Hospital?
Yes.
Yeah, facts.
Okay,
Facts,
so they had a nursery there. My mum worked in Ealing Hospital at the time. She worked for the NHS.
Oh, sick.
So she used to drop me off in that place. But I remember I must have been there when I was like 2.5, 3. I remember having a very specific nap time where I think I realized I had imagination. I was like, oh shit, I think of things. Like, that's really crazy because I would never sleep at nap time. I could never fall asleep. I was never a good sleeper. So I just remember lying there. I think I must have been like, I would have been 2.5 at that point. I was just lying there and like, oh my God, I can think. Wow, I can see things in my brain. Like, it was just crazy. I was like, shit.
It's mad. I remember 2 things actually. I think they were around the same time. So like, can you see this on my eyebrow? Can you see like there's no hair there?
Yeah.
And I don't do a purpose. Like I don't purposely do slits like other guys. Yeah. No offense to other guys that do slits, but I don't do it. Like it's just there in it. Basically, when I was running to school, because my dad was taking us to primary school at the time, and I had this Hercules coat, by the way. It was quite sick. It was red, yeah. I had like Hercules there in it. Anyway, I had my hands in my pockets while I was running. He's like, come on, let's go to school. And I tripped and I had my hands in my pockets, so I couldn't balance.
That's
so my head on the fucking concrete went and it was literally just bleeding. So then they took me to the welfare and then she just put a plaster on it. She's like, you gotta fucking go to hospital. It's not gonna stop bleeding.
Did she give you like you know the blue towels that you get in primary school?
Yeah.
Those fix
Bro,
everything.
it was mad, you know, because my dad picked me up and he had to cut through reception to take me to the welfare, and there was like blood drips all over the floor, trails of blood. Shit. And then anyway, I needed stitches, so they took me to the hospital. But I remember being in the bed and you know, like how they have to put kids to sleep to do stitches. Like obviously when you're an adult, they do it. When you're awake and they make you numb or whatever. But they put this next gel on your arms and shit so you can fall asleep. Oh, fuck knows what it was.
Oh, a gel.
A gel or cream really or some shit.
And that makes you fall asleep.
I remember I was in the bed and they were
Are you talking about anesthetic?
I don't know.
Was it white?
Fuck knows, bro. I was a kid, man. I don't know.
What
they must have numbed it and then put it, but you probably don't remember.
They put a needle in your vein. And
I don't know. I can't remember. I had shit all over. I had shit all over me. But I remember dazing out when they were literally slowly dazing when they were pushing the bed trolley, whatever, and I was just there lying, and obviously going through the kids section, there was like Disney characters on the wall. They were like, "Who's that? Who's that?" I was like, "Oh, Pluto, Mickey Mouse," and then I eventually just knocked out and I woke up and stitches were done. That's one memory. Second memory, I think it was around about the same time, but I think I was about 5, maybe younger. So do you remember Southall used to do those fairs, isn't it? Southall Fair or whatever. And this is back when my grandma was alive. Obviously, she passed away, but back when she could walk, because obviously this was in the 90s, isn't it? Like late 90s, early 2000s. And I remember I wanted this balloon. And I said to my grandma, can you buy me the balloon? She bought me the balloon. And then obviously we were chilling and stuff. And then she wanted to go home after. And everyone else wanted to chill, innit? So I was like, I want to go home because I want to go home with my grandma. And I remember her holding my hand, walking me home. And I was holding the balloon. But yeah. And she stopped at Ciara's Cash and Curry. Shout out, bro. She got her like Indian stuff in it, you know, like jebra and all that shit, bro.
So cute.
Yeah. Got the chilies and the ginger and that.
Yeah, I remember that. That was sick.
All right, go on,
good memories.
Oh, my memory's boring. I just remember my dad building like a swing set. That's it.
How old were you?
I think I was like 3.
That's cute.
And I was wearing like a blue dress. That's it. It's nothing fascinating. That's how you cut to a story quickly when your story's not fascinating. I'm sorry.
I just thought like it was a nice story. And obviously, like,
it was a nice story.
I couldn't make it to the top, and eventually my family helped me get to the top. You know what I mean? Like,
let's say,
work on your delivery.
Like, I'm sorry, this ain't Disney Channel. Like,
yeah, but bro, that should have happened.
That's the type of story like
that should have happened in Southall.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I feel bad for shitting on your first memory.
Yeah, literally, man. I thought it was quite nice. Actually.
At least you had a good, happy memory.
No one likes you, bro.
Yeah, literally, bro.
No one likes you, bro.
Okay, shall we end with a takeaway of what we would advise?
Let's do some jokes first.
What? Oh no,
bro,
I'm good.
Oh, I'm not saying.
I'm good.
How long we got left?
4 minutes, less than that.
I swear.
And you want
I got a joke.
Oh god,
I might have one.
Go on, hit us with it. Bro.
Do you want to do your outro first, just in case?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Okay. Hold on, wait. Let me do my outro first, and then I'll leave them with your jokes. Yeah, I'll leave them with your jokes. And do you know what? Yeah, if you make us laugh, you get points. And every point you get
points, bro. I need something else, bro.
I physically got nothing to give to you now. I'll make you a deal after. Yeah?
Okay, go on.
I'll make you a deal after. Yeah. So listen, thank you everyone for watching. This is episode 5. Keep an eye out for all the other episodes that are gonna be coming out. I'm going to be flying these through, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow everyone on Instagram. I'll put the links in there. Yeah, man. Let's keep this shit going, bro.